How's it going, guys? Junior here with a Mustangs, bringing you back another video. In today's video, we are working on my wife's 2012 Mustang V6, and today we are going to be doing, believe it or not, another head unit. And no, the head unit that we installed, and I'll do a clip above, is not bad. This company, I guess, like the video that I did, wanted me to review theirs, and it's also from Amazon. So we're going to go ahead and do another install on another head unit. Stay tuned.
Music bed.
Alright, so the company that wanted me to review theirs is OseMall. I don't know how you pronounce it, but that's how you spell it. And of course, I'll do a link down below for the actual head unit. This one also does wireless Android, Auto, and Apple CarPlay, and all that good stuff. And what I like about this one is that the screen is a little bigger than the one that's on there currently, actually. So we have some instructions here, so I'll put these over here and we'll show the screen. It comes really nicely packaged, as you guys saw. It's got the styrofoam on there. You got the wiring down there. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. So the screen is bigger and it's got like touchscreen buttons on the side, and I kind of like the I'm gonna set you guys down real quick. I like the bigger knob, and then it's got like it's a different style like buttons and stuff, so it makes it look kind of more modern, I guess you could say. But the screen is really nice. It looks almost like a tablet kind of screen. So this is gonna be the head unit. I have done this, like I said before. I have another different Bluetooth kind of head unit installed in the car already. This actually has less buttons than the one I think the other one has on there. So hopefully everything kind of just transfers over. The pigtails. This does come with a backup camera, as you can see here. But I will not be installing this. I will probably install, because actually there's one on there too, and that also came with a backup camera. But I never installed it either, just because I didn't want to run the wire to the back. And I mean, she doesn't really need the backup camera. I have never really used the backup camera other than like on this truck, like towing something to do the hitch, really. But if you guys do get the head unit, it does come with a backup camera. So if you don't have a backup camera, you can have one now. So this is the head unit that's currently on the car. This is also an Amazon head unit. Like I said, I'll do the card above. If you guys have your factory unit, the card above will tell you how to take off the factory stuff. Like I said, I'm starting off of an aftermarket one already. So it might be a slightly different process, an easier process at that. So if you guys want to see that, I'll do a card above, and then you can come back and see how to install this head unit. So first things first, I'll do a brief, little synopsis. How to take this off is you're going to take the shifter bezel off. Once you do that, you pop your little center console here, and then you're going to pull this up, and it pops, boop. And then just make sure your shifter, if you got a manual, you're going to have to take off your boot and stuff. If you got an automatic, you can either do the neutral little button press, or you can just open the key, move it back. Just that way you can move the bezel, and you have room to work back here. But once you do that, there's only two 7mm bolts holding this down, even the factory one. And then there's more bolts if you got the factory head unit holding some stuff behind it, which you'll see in the previous video, like I said. For me, though, this is all I'm taking off, so it's a little quicker for me. And we'll do, a nice little review on that other install. I'm going to get my ducks in a row real quick. I'm going to just tear this apart, and then I'm going to go over there, read the instructions, get the harness all situated, and it should just all be plug and play. So it should be like this one. I should be able to unplug this one and plug the other one, but I just got to get the harness plugged into the back of that other one over there. And then I'm pretty sure the HVAC controls, like this one has them too. you use the factory plug. So that one I'm not going to mess with, just the top stuff. So let me get all situated, and then I'll pick you guys back up and we'll do the actual install of the new head unit there. Alright, so I got the back here and I've actually plugged this one in. So if you're doing your backup camera, it would be on the right. So actually, pretty much for the instructions, this is all you're going to need. And what's cool is you got a plastic little, clip tool to remove your bezel and stuff. The screwdriver. So now I'm just going to do these. So it tells you, you got 2 USB ports that are going to go here in the middle. So I'm going to plug those in. And then we got the bigger harness that I'm going to do some looking at. But pretty much everything kind of goes wherever it fits, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. If I have anything that I feel like you guys should know that took me a little bit, kind of figure out, I'll put it on the clip. But pretty much everything, if you follow this diagram, should be pretty straightforward. And then, of course, you just plug everything else in on the car. So I'll film that part of it. So I'm going to go ahead and plug everything that needs to be plugged in on here first, and then we'll go in the car. All right, so little clip, as you can see, I got majority of the stuff plugged in here. Obviously the black goes on the black, the whites go on the white. But if you guys do have a factory backup camera, this does come with your factory plug as well. So you don't have to run the one they provide, which is cool that they provide one. You can actually use this one, or you can run a new one if you want to place it in a different part of the car or something for some reason. But just an FYI, it does work with your factory backup camera as well. Alright, so we're back in here in the car, and then again, I'm going to do the card above. If you clicked it, you know how to take all these pieces off and stuff, move your shifter back. But a couple of these wires, they kind of loop themselves throughout the radio, so make sure everything is kind of plugged in. Other than, of course, stuff that you might not have, like for example, this car's a base model, so it doesn't have like subs and stuff like that. However, let's say we installed a sub on this, there's sub outlets here, so that'd be pretty convenient actually to have. So just an FYI, and then the gray plugs go wherever the gray plugs go, and then you have your antenna, which I'm going to plug in now, and then you have a USB port. There's 2 options for the USB. There's a micro USB or this USB. We did this one, and then of course here's the antenna over here on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and plug everything in. Like I said, not everything plugs in, so it's just like the old little screen that used to be there and stuff. I'm going to plug everything in, and then before I snap it in, also make sure you get the clips from your factory radio, or like in my case, the previous radio, so you can put them here so you can clip this on the car. But before I do all that, I'm going to go ahead and plug in the antenna, put it there. We'll key it on, and we'll see what it does. Alright, so I got the radio kind of in there without the clips. I will say this is much bigger than that other one. This looks pretty slick so far. So we're going to go ahead and key it on. I plug the battery in. Make sure you guys unplug the battery. Move the shifter back where it's supposed to go. And we got the startup screen. Let's go. It's got a little SUV there. Oh, it does Google Maps right away. Okay. So let's click applications. Looks like you can put YouTube, change themes, see the car info, I guess. Let's see what that does. Car settings. So, massage and whatnot if you have a fancy car. I will say, so far, it is very responsive, the touchscreen aspect of it. I do got to change the degrees right now in Celsius and stuff, so I got to figure out how to change that. But let's figure out the Android Auto aspect of this, see if we can figure it out. There's Bluetooth call, AVN, display, Z-Link. I'm pretty sure Z-Link on the previous as well. Let's see. Yep, so there's CarPlay. So we're gonna, let me grab my wife's phone and do her phone. So this is gonna be her car, and that way I can also film and show CarPlay on it. If you guys have Android, I'm pretty sure we can do Android Auto on this as well. So let me do that real quick, and we'll try that. Okay, so it says CarPlay there. If you guys have Android Auto, there's an option here. So we're going to do CarPlay because she has an iPhone. She's not a Android Samsung gang like me. So I'm going to go ahead and hook up her phone. If I have any issues or tips, I'll also include it. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then we'll show what the CarPlay looks like. Okay, so right now, it connected fairly easy. So it's just under, said here on the top right, it said Car BT, Bluetooth abbreviated. she hooked it up real easily. So, you know, it's very responsive. Got all your messages, Apple CarPlay. We can do music, see all your stuff. I'm not going to play it because we don't want to get demonetized. But this so far is fairly easy to work with. Let's start the car. Make sure the AC works and stuff. Let's see, max AC. It is. You can do the temperature. You can do the fans. I don't know if you can do it directly on the screen, but let's see. Oh, the fans are in the center, so you can do it there. AC is working, so that's pretty neat. I actually like this radio a lot. And of course, you got a home button on the actual radio itself. It takes you to the actual home screen of, you know, whatever processor this thing has. So let's see if we can change. So this pretty much looks like an Android phone. Let's see, languages, time, date and time. Okay, it's on China, so let's do time zone. Let's do United States. Bam. Okay. Now we just gotta do the weather there. Let's see what this is at. Oh, cool. So if you do like the slide down, there's a reboot option and stuff. Turn the screen off. The brightness is actually on here. It's pretty neat. You can hook it up to Wi-Fi. So I guess you can do like if you have like hotspot and stuff, you can. I wouldn't condone this, but you can probably watch YouTube while you're driving. I gotta change the date, which is, I don't know where that is. Here it is. Bam. Okay, so if you use network, I might hook it up to the internet so it does the time and stuff. The time is a few minutes off. So I'm gonna hook it up to our Wi-Fi and do its thing. I know that's what I had to do with the other one. But so far, if you guys get this radio, once it boots up, you go over to the right, far right, there's Z-Link, and then there's other settings here like the equalizer and stuff, so I might mess with that, adjust it on the car, but do Z-Link, does it right away, so that's pretty neat. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out the little clips, actually mount it correctly, and then I'll pick you guys back up. I want to make sure everything fits nicely as well on here. So far so good. The screen is a lot better, or a lot bigger too. So I like that a lot. I think we did a good choice on this one, and shout out to OseMall, however you want to pronounce it, for sending this out for me to review. We like it a lot. We'll see, you know, if my wife likes it. She uses it routinely. I will say I like the black. It kind of matches the black, although the bezel here is gray. So we'll see how. Once I put it, we'll see how it looks done. We'll see if the volume. Oh, it does work. Got a big old knob. Alright, awesome. Alright, so I'm going to do the clips, make sure everything fits correctly, put everything back, and I'll do a final video of this. Alright, so as you can see, I got the clips transferred, and one thing I forgot to mention is the little GPS box that it comes with. It comes with double-sided tape, so I actually taped it to the module itself. I mean, I guess you can run it somewhere in the dash if you wanted to, but I just mounted it literally right here to itself. That way, so I just dangle it around with its double-sided tape. So I'm going to go ahead and, moment of truth, clip it back on, put everything back, and put the bolts on, and we should be good to go. Alright, so as you can see, everything's back where it's supposed to go. We'll go ahead and start the car. And actually, since I plugged in the backup camera, little outlet, when you go reverse, it actually pops it up. So if you guys would have your backup camera, it would work right away. Simple as that. The time, the degrees. Once you hook it up to the Wi-Fi, it fixed everything. So it's 86 degrees here where we live and all that good stuff. You can change the themes here on, on the little screen here. Choose whatever theme you like. I think this one, is more basic, simple to use. This right here. So the Z-Link would pop up right there. The Android Auto. I had her turn her Bluetooth off because I was messing with stuff. But once you hook up the internet, you can actually pull up Chrome, you can download apps, you can pull up YouTube, For example, you go on here and do a Mustangs. Let's see here. Oh, and then the fan speed. Let's turn that down a little bit. Oh, and it lights up really nice blue, actually, I found out. It's pretty slick. Oh, I forgot the A. Let's search ourselves on here, see how it pop up. Look at that, I didn't realize Shine Armor reposted our video there. So if you wanna, for example, that's our, when I used to have my proper truck. Let's not get demonetized, turn that down. Oh, there's Alex. Oh, go back. It's turning into a whole thing, not even gonna lie. Oh, look, there's an MGW shifter. There's this car, how these looked before. Mouth 5.0. Let's just play. Let's see if we can play a pretty cool, easy video here. Can we actually access? No. I'm trying to play the Cool Rocks video on here, see how it looked, but it's not popping up. Let's just search. Let's see. The 80 R. Search. Look at that. You can watch YouTube shorts while you're driving, you know, give yourself a thumbs up. It's got music, but you know, pretty cool. You can browse, go on Marketplace, all that good stuff. Anyway, so the settings, if you guys want to mess with the settings for the actual, you know, car, what it does while you're driving and stuff, you can go to car settings. You can actually have it to where if you're driving, like for example the display, or is it the general, let's see, the reverse mode, you know, that good stuff, eliminate, so that detects the elimination. So if you can watch videos while driving, if you installing this for your kid or something, or you don't want your spouse or something watching videos while driving, you can move that over there. But you know, pretty slick unit here. You saw the CarPlay hooked up right away. It fits really nice. I will say this is the best fitting one that I've done yet. The other one fit decent on there, but on this corner you would have to push it down every now and then. It's a little on the tighter side, but I will say I do recommend this unit. Big screen, which actually here will have some ASMR here. Pull that off. Look at that screen. Looks real nice. So I will do a link down below for this head unit if you guys want this for your 2010 to 2014 Ford Mustang. I definitely recommend this one. If I ever do the backup camera, I'll do a video on that, installing it and how it works and stuff. But so far, 10 out of 10. Fitment, 10 out of 10. Usability, 10 out of 10. You know, the way the touchscreen works, it's very, you know, it reacts really fast and everything. So I will say also, we adjusted the equalizer, and you know, this is a base model, but you can still feel the doors vibrate. It's got a really nice equalizer to adjust your music. So definitely gotta say, they sent me this to review it, to do an honest review on it. Honestly, this is a 10 out of 10 head unit. If you guys are looking for one for your 13 or 10 to 14 Mustang, if you guys have a base model or you just want wireless Android Auto or CarPlay, I definitely recommend this one. Like I said, the fitment, even just installing it, everything's pretty straightforward. Plug it in. I was done in maybe like 20 minutes. Of course, yeah, I didn't have to take off extra stuff because I had the aftermarket head unit already. But if you had the factory one, it'd probably take you 30 minutes. And look at this. You know, big screen. You don't need anything newer. Makes your car feel a lot newer. So that's going to be it for today's video. Shout out again to OseMall. Actually, here, the instructions are right here. Shout out to them for sending this out, for letting me review it and wanting me to try it out. 10 out of 10. Love it. It's going to stay on her car probably till the near future. We'll keep the other one as a backup, or if we get another S127, which we do have another one coming in, which kind of has been on the channel. You guys will see. We're going to start making that thing look pretty once we get our hands on it. But that's going to be it for today's video. Also, if you guys get this, they do give you a 1-year warranty. Make sure you guys register it. So they give you a 1-year warranty on their product, and it even has like support and stuff on there, so which you shouldn't need. But again, I'll do a link down below if you guys want to cop this from them. You can get it through Amazon, and you can get it prime fairly fast. So make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you guys have any questions, comments, leave them down below. Catch you next time. Peace.